Hello, this is Mrs. Ross, and this is Lesson 98, Practice Set and Starred Problems. Here we go. Okay, so Lesson 98 is about scale, which is all about writing proportions, basically. So let's go ahead and do a couple here. The blueprints were drawn to scale. Where's my... There it is. Of 1 to 24. If a length on the wall was on the blueprint was 6 inches, what was the length in feet on the wall? Now this one's a little bit complicated because we're going to have to go from inches to feet. So if it goes from blueprint to real life, is 1 to 24, meaning 1 inch in the blueprint is 24 inches on the wall. Then if it's 6 inches on the blueprint, let me erase that because we don't need to get our units all mixed up just right now. Okay, so if it's 6 inches on the blueprint, how many inches is it on the wall? So we're going to have 1x is equal to 6 times 24. So x is equal to, where's my calculator? 6 times 24 is 144. Now this is inches. Now to go from inches to feet, I have to divide by 12, which is going to give me 12 feet. All right, let's do B. Brett is carving a model ship from balsa wood with a scale of 1 to 36. It says the ship is 54 feet long. The model ship should be how many inches long? So if we have 1 inch on the model is equal to 36 inches in real life, we're trying to find out how many inches the model ship should be, but I can't put 54 here because that's 54 feet. I have to convert that to inches. So I know that 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. So 54 times 12 is 648 inches. Okay, so let's see. Go ahead and cross multiply. 36x is equal to 648. Divide by 36, and I get that the model should be 18 inches long. All right, so solve by using the scale factor. I think what they want you to do is say 5 times 3 is 15, 7 times 3 makes W equal to 21. You can also cross multiply these. So 3 times 7 is 21. 42 divided by 7 means x is equal to 6. Again, you can always cross multiply these and you'll always get the right answer if you can't figure out what to multiply or divide. These two rectangles are similar. Okay, so similar figures mean that they have the same angles, but not the same lengths. Okay, calculate the scale factor from the smaller to the larger. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put small over large. And let's see, I can put this side over this side since those are similar. So 4 over 10. And if I divide that by 2, because I have to reduce it, I have 2 over 5. So the scale factor is 2 to 5. The area of the larger rectangle above is how many times the area of the smaller rectangle? Show 2 ways to find the answer. So let's find the area of the big one, which is going to be 10 times 250, which is 2,500. And then the area of the small is 10 times 4, which is 40. So 40, I'm not sure where I was going with that one, but I'm going to erase it. So I'm trying to figure out how many times bigger. So 40 goes into 2,500. How many times? 2,500 divided by 40. So that's 62.5 times bigger. And it says how many times is the area, so it's 62.5, and that's how I found that. I'm not sure what the second way is to find that, but that's a good way to find it. Okay, the scale of the car in example 2 is 1 to 36. This means 1 inch on the model corresponds to 36 inches or 3 feet on the actual car. On grid paper, make a graph that shows this relationship. Make the units. We are not doing this. You're not going to see this for a long time, so we're not going to do that one. The statue of the standing World War II general was 1.5 times life size, which is the most reasonable estimate for the statue. So let's say that this statue, or the man, was 6 feet tall in real life. So 1.5 times 6 is 9 feet. So we know it's not going to be less than 6 feet. And we know it's not going to be exactly 6 feet. And 15 feet is too much. So we're going to choose C. All right, first starred problem. Ariana writes the letters of her first name on index cards, 1 per letter. She turns the cards over and mixes them up, and then she chooses a card. If this card is an A, what is the probability the next card will also be an A? Okay, so we have A-R-I-A-N-A. So she has 3 A's in her name. So the probability of an A the first time is 3 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 out of 6, or 1/2. Okay. But that's not what they're asking me for. They're asking me for the probability of the second A. So once I have one of the A's is out, the probability of the second A is going to be 2 out of 5. Okay, and that's the answer to 1. The regular price of shoes is $45, but they were on sale for 20% off. Okay, so this is a original change new ratio box that we need to do whenever they have percent off or percent increase. So percent actual. Original is always 100%. Change, we're subtracting 20%. New is 80%. So the regular price is $45. We want to know the sale price. So let's see. We're going to use these 2 lines to make our proportion. Cross multiply, 100x is equal to 80 times 45. So I have 100x is equal to 3600 over 100 over 100. So the sale price is going to be $36. All right, the number of students in chorus increased 25%. So again, we know that this is going to be an original change new. Original 100%. My change is an increase of 25%. My new is 125. Okay, this year, if there were 20 more students, so that's my actual change, 20 more students than there were last year, how many students are in chorus this year? So that's new. So this is what I'm going to use here. Kind of a different problem than what we're used to. We just have to make sure we get the stuff in the boxes correct. So 25, then we cross multiply. So x is equal to 100. All right, an antique dealer bought a chair. Let me go ahead and change colors here. Bought a chair for $40 and sold the chair for 60% more. Again, Original, change, new whenever we see that percent difference, okay? Original, it's always going to be 100%. Change, sold the chair for 60% more. So we're increasing by 60. Oops, that's supposed to be 160. Okay, so bought the chair for $40. What was the selling price is going to be down here. So we'll use this line and this line to make our proportion. So I have 100 over 160 is equal to 40 over x, cross multiply. $40 times 160, 6,400. So x is equal to $64. All right, so let's go ahead and do number 18. It says find the missing numbers. Where's my, there it is. Okay, find the missing numbers in the function using the function rule and then graph it. So the very first thing I need to do is I need to plug in my x's. So y is equal to negative 2x. The first x is 3. So negative 2 times 3 is equal to negative 6. Y is equal to 2x. 2 times 0, which is my next x, is 0. Y is equal to 2x. 2 times negative 2 is equal to negative 4. And then I'm going to graph this. So let's see. 3, negative 6 is right there. 0, 0. And then negative 2, negative 4 is there. That is not a line. What did I do wrong? Oh, my bad. Look, this is a negative. See, I see it now. This is negative, that's positive. All right, mistakes were made. It's all good. We got it figured out because it's supposed to be a line. Okay. Pen. Let's see, so that's negative 2, positive 4. That makes sense because that's a line-ish. It would be a line if Mrs. Ross could draw one. Okay. Where does the graph of the function intersect the y-axis? So it intersects the y-axis when x is equal to 0, and we have that right here. So the graph crosses the y-axis at 0, 0. Are x and y directly proportional? That means as x goes up, does y go up? And that is not true. So the answer to this is no. Because for it to be directly proportional, it has to go up and to the right, which it does not. It has to go through the origin, and it has to be a line. So we have this one and this one, but we don't have this one. Okay. Estimate the measure of angle ABC and then trace the angle and extend the sides and measure the angle with protractor. Hard to do on the computer. This is an acute angle. If this is 90, I would say it's going to be 45 degrees-ish. But we're not going to be able to measure it with a protractor today. So, however, on your assignments, I did add, an assignment for lesson 95. It's not an assignment for a grade, but it does have a link to a protractor practice site that I found. It's kind of cool. You can move the protractor around and you can practice this skill if it's something that you struggle with. Okay. Find x and y, then find the area of the smaller triangle. Okay. So this is where we do like small to big to find the missing numbers. So x is to 30 as 20 is to 50. So let's do that. X is to 30 as 20 is to 50. And we cross multiply. And I'm going to have to stop there because my recording is about to end. So this is part 1 of lesson 98. I'll be back with you in a minute.